thought I would try to help you get started here on this first Illustrator assignment. I hope you're watching the lynda.com series. They're really great tutorials. The reason I'm doing this is just to kind of serve as a refresher. I surely can improve on them. First thing I'd like to ask you to do in this assignment is, after you've read through some of this stuff, especially up in here, what I would like for you to do is then go ahead into your Illustrator document, open it if you would, and as you see up at the top, I've got Illustrator right here. Pull up a new document. You're going to go to File, New. Keyboard command for a Mac would be the Command key and an N. For Windows, I have no idea, but I'm sure it's right there. It will come up, and this is kind of where it's all going to happen. So take your time on this because it's important, all right? Now, we're in the naming section, and I like to get in the habit of naming my documents right from the get-go. So week one, I don't need the, sorry, week one, colon, assignment one, and then my name, and you would do the same. We're going to make this, you can keep this as a web if you want, or a print. It doesn't really matter at this point. And then right here, we're going to have only one page up. We're using letter, so that's a good thing. Now, we're going to change the units to inches right there, and automatically it's going to come to 8.5 by 11. If it did not, just by changing it to letter, it will do that, but you can type in here if you want to, whatever your size is. And then I think we're kind of ready to go. Now look at this right here, CMYK. We don't want that, but I'll show you in a minute how to fix it. I'm going to hit OK, and it's going to go way over there where it shouldn't be. I'm going to see if I can't get this back over to where we can look at it, or where you can see it a little bit better. Whoops, going the wrong way. Dyslexic. Here it comes, and then what I'm going to do is get my toolbox down there, change that by holding down the Option key. Whoops, I've got the size, but you still can't see it now, so let me see if I can get it back over there where you can. Whoops, went the wrong way, sorry. Whoops. Okay, I'm just going to get the hand here and move it over. All right, there, now we can see it. That's easier, isn't it? I could pretend like I did that deliberately, but I didn't. It was like, duh. Anyway, here we are. Now, first thing we want to do on this probably is, I'm going to move these things out of the way so you can see kind of what's happening. First thing we want to do is go into View. You can see up here at the top, and bring up our rulers. Here we are, right down there under View, Show Rulers. Keyboard command for my machine would be a Command R, and I'm not sure, like I said, what yours are. Okay, across the top you see my ruler came up and down the bottom, so I can use this to line things up. The other really helpful thing to do is to set up your grid. There'll be millions of times when you're going to have to put a grid in because you want to line elements up in your page that you're doing your drawing or designing for. Okay, and now then we're going to pull in menus, or a menu line. I'm going to go right over there to the, hope you saw that before it moved, right over there to the ruler. Let me see if I can get this guy to go back where we want him. And then I'm going up to the top and pull a line down from that ruler. I hold the mouse down, of course, when I do that, to the 1-inch mark. Then I'm going back over here, do a little fraction, take this to 7.5, which is right there. And then from the bottom, or from the top again, I'm sorry, we'll go down to the bottom and do another. So now I've set up my 1-inch marks. I'm pretty good. I think I've got this about done. Oh yeah, I know, we got to do the color thing. I think this was RGB. I'm bringing my color palette over. You would go to Window if you don't see that anywhere, and go to right down there where Color or Color Guide is, and you can double click on that, or just pull it up like that. Then if you go up here, I have this option. I can change this to an RGB, and that's of course what I want to do. So now I've got it in the right color mode. I've got my grids up. I've got my margins selected. All I have to do now is save it. So I'm going to go to Save As, and we're supposed to save this, I believe. This dialog box comes up as an artist element, I believe, or an Illustrator element. I think that's what it says. So I'm simply going to leave this as it is. If it's an EPS, then this is where we change it. Was it EPS? I don't remember. Let me look real quick. Let me go back up here to my, oh, it's not going to let me do anything. I can go back and change it if I need to. All right, I'm saving it on my desktop so I know where to find it when I do something with it. You may have another preference. I don't know. There's another dialog box. It wrote thing. Now I'm going to go back over here and see what they want us to save it as. RGB mode, place ruler guide. It doesn't tell us, does it? Okay, well, you can save it just as an Illustrator document. Just hit save and go to, let me show you what that is. Just hit save and go to save as. When that dialog box, let me see if I can show you, it comes up. Here you would change it to Adobe Illustrator AI. I'm not sure really what the difference is on those two yet. I'll look that up and see if I can figure it out, but I'm sure it's on lynda.com. Maybe I'll go watch that again. Okay? Anyway, hope that helps. See ya, and this is just saying a dialog box. It's saying, do I want all these things done? A compatible file, the profiles embedded, and that sort of thing. I'm just going to hit OK. All right? And then I'm out of there. So we are done, and you're ready to roll on that.